Hello, and welcome to their Dokkan battle video. In this video, I wanted to try to test something that I saw on Twitter, and it just gave me the idea to do this for multiple stages. But the concept is basically beating red zone stages with the characters that fought against the actual fights. Now, so basically it's kind of like canon red zone. Now the thing about this is I'm using that term kind of lightly because of course there are a few characters here that did not in fact fight the Red Ribbon Army, like Demon King Piccolo, Goku from the Demon King Piccolo saga, and like actually Android 8 did, but like stuff like Grandpa Gohan and stuff. So I'm using it very lightly, but I'm mainly trying to focus on the saga in which that fight took place in, and using like trying to use a majority of characters that did actually participate in the fights against the enemies that we'll be going up against. So for this first one against the Red Ribbon Army, I wanted to go ahead and use this basically Dragon Ball themed team, just to try to make it more accurate to what happened in the actual show. I'm going to try to do this for a couple of the other stages. I want to do the movies. I think that one will be really interesting. Trying to use like all the movie teams, because you know, of course, there's been a lot of movie characters this year, and I really want to try to go ahead and try to get that done. The thing about that is, though, there's not a lot of representation for a few of the movies actually in game. Like for instance, the Lord Slug movie and the Turles movie. In terms of hero characters, there's not a lot, and the ones that we do have are really old. So it's gonna be kind of difficult to do those and actually like build a coherent team. But for things like Broly and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to be able to do that. I think for Broly, I am going to wait until AGL Gogeta's EZA, which I believe should be releasing this week. So that'll be pretty interesting. But yeah, like I want to try to do this with like a lot of these red zone stages. For 19 in Jiro is going to be really interesting because I want to bring Heart Virus Goku like 100% and use like an Android Cell Saga team, mainly like focusing on heroes from the early part of the Androids saga. And the problem with that is mainly a lot of those characters are kind of gonna get destroyed, to say the least. Mainly Heart Virus Goku, because that fight is very tanky, and Heart Virus Goku will definitely lose his damage reduction and all that before we actually finish the fight, and that fight ends at STR, so it's gonna be a bit of a struggle in there. But I do want to try to use like stuff like AGL Trunks and try to make that work. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go because I don't think the Androids of Cell Saga team is all that crazy, but we are going to try to make it work and try to use a lot of these like themed teams to beat these red zone stages. I feel like it'll make a red zone a lot more interesting, a lot more fun. So that's just kind of something that I wanted to try out here. Let me know how you guys feel about this kind of thing. Like if you guys want to see me try to do this, like GT is another one that's gonna be really hard because we have like no buffs for that. But yeah, I really want to try to do this. I feel like it'd be really fun. Like a mini challenge just to try to knock out and see how far we can actually get. I definitely think the majority of the movies will be pretty easy. The only ones I'm not confident in literally at all is like the GT ones. Because again, we have literally nothing. Like for Legic, what am I supposed to use? Goku Trunks Pan and like just Pan and like that's it? Like I don't, there's not a whole lot that we can use. They're probably just gonna use Pan's team for a lot of those, because Pan, you can just kind of generically be like, oh, well, Pan fought these guys, right? Though I guess the only one that doesn't really work for her is like Lord Lude, because she got absorbed by him. That'll be a little awkward. Baby would be interesting, especially if we get more Baby Saga buffs. I really want Baby Saga Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like a transformation Super Saiyan 3 to 4. I want that so badly. I feel like that animation in game would be so cool. But I feel like this would be definitely like a good chance to show off characters that may not get a whole lot of representation, and just kind of go through these red zone stages in like a different way, because like I feel like we all kind of play this out the same. We just use the most busted characters. Like I know, like my first time I had this, I just straight up used Ultimate Gohan / Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo and all them, and literally destroyed this phase and everything without like literally any challenge. So I do want to make it a little bit more difficult on myself, and you know, make it a little bit more fun. I'm trying to think of like other stages that would be really fun to do. I'll probably end up doing. Oh, the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone has a lot of interesting fights. Again, that's another one where we could use stuff like AGL Trunks. We can make a full like Namek Saga team. I feel like that'd be really cool to fight like Full Power Frieza. We did just get a lot of Cooler movie buffs for both of the Cooler movies. We can go ahead and do that. Granted, the last two stages are the same movie, so it's going to be a bit redundant in there, but I feel like it would still make for a good video, probably. Ooh, and when the rest of the fights for this comes out, it's also going to be pretty interesting. Oh, this is not something I really wanted. Huh. Okay. It doesn't really matter. This Great Ape Kid Goku can be good. I just don't care for his Great Ape form. He's just here pretty much to stack and be a decent linking partner with the regular Goku. I'm not a fan of these like random transformation of Great Apes. This does make me think though, like we really should get more like Red Zone content for different varieties of enemies. Like we have movies covered pretty much. We have the majority of GT. I think if we got, I don't know, stuff for, I guess we can't really do all of Dragon Ball Z because a lot of those fights have been covered in different Red Zone stages. Stuff like Full Power Frieza. We're about to get a Cell in this one. I mean, I guess it hasn't stopped them from doing the same one twice because we have definitely two Final Form Coolers. So like they could definitely like give us a second copy of all those, but like make it kind of different. Make it like so it follows the complete saga instead of just like the main villain. I feel like that would make things kind of cool. Oh, we can do this. Is this gonna kill though? I don't think so. I do not remember the condition for this active skill, so I'm not going to use it just yet and hope that we still have it going into the next few phases here. But yeah, like because like if you imagine if we do get say like a Dragon Ball Z Red Zone, like you can have the first fight be like Raditz into like a bunch of Cybermen, into Nappa, into Vegeta, into Great Ape Vegeta, and then as like one stage, and then for the Namek Saga you can go like Dodoria, Zarbon. You can even toss in like a Pui Pui and or a Kui from like Vegeta's fight against him. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can definitely do there, and I feel like it'd be really interesting. And then of course it would end with like Full Power Frieza, and then Androids of Cell Saga. You know, you get 19, Jiro, 17, 18, 16, and then Cell. I feel like that'd be cool. Well then Majin Buu Saga would probably be what? I doubt they would do the minions, and if they were gonna do the minions, it would be like all of the minions and Babidi, Dabura, Fat Buu, Super Buu, and then maybe Buhan, then to Kid Buu or something. Pretty much just give us like a bunch of different like content from Z. I feel like that'd be interesting. We could get like a Dragon Ball Super Red Zone because like we don't have like a Golden Frieza stage yet. We can do like a Beerus fight, like just a bunch of different stuff. I feel like it'd be really interesting. Like I think we might be approaching something Battle of Gods related. Are you serious? But yeah, I think we're getting something Battle of Gods related soon because you know on global they're getting the ECA for It God Goku in February, which is around the time that JP will be having their anniversary. So I think what's probably going to happen is probably a global first Battle of Gods celebration, and I could definitely see them doing some interesting like Battle of Gods challenging content. I don't know if they're going to do like just a straight up like version of Cell Max but against Beerus. I feel like that'd be really cool. Like this really tough boss. I think what would be interesting is a boss that the whole point of the boss is to just survive, not even to really win like by defeating all their HP, but just survive as long as possible to like kind of mirror how the movie went against Beerus. Because if you guys remember the Beerus fight, Goku didn't even like win that. It was literally just him struggling for a very long time. I'm gonna pop this and then I'll be back. All right. Yeah, like I think that would be a really interesting, different kind of like content. In order to like win the fight, you literally just have to withstand Beerus's like overwhelming like attacks for I don't even know how long they would probably do that for. Like, as the movie, you know, Goku goes God, he fights him for a very, very long time. Eventually de-transforms to Super Saiyan, protects the Earth from that massive final blow, and then that's kind of how it ends, because this Beerus just takes a liking to him. So like maybe they could do a kind of thing where at some point, like during Beerus's onslaught, he'll just like send out that like massive supernova nuke, and the whole point is to just live that. And if you can live that, then boom, you kind of win. Where it's like not even really, where like it would have to be short enough to where you can't just stack forever, but long enough to the point where like short event characters would get pieced up and like packed up. But yeah, that's pretty much like my idea for this kind of thing. Like, let me know how you guys feel about like me starting this kind of series. I feel like it'd be fun. Yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about it. I feel like doing this would be a really, really interesting challenge. The one I'm probably gonna do next is 19 and Jiro with like the Android Cell Saga team. I feel like that's gonna be really fun to do. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about this. It was also a no item run, by the way, so keep that in mind. I don't know if I'm gonna no item the other ones, but you know, just we'll see what we can do. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know how you guys feel about this new series in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.